Hi, everyone. Welcome to almost the halfway point of ML5005. You have a paper due this week. That's a bit of a change. I'll be talking about that near the end of this chat. But I want to start off by just saying this week we're studying one of the most popular models out there in training for helping people to identify the need for change and how to go about it, to look at issues of teamwork, to identify roles and responsibilities in terms of teamwork. And that is this 8-step process, which in its simplicity, using this fable, has become a way to sort of ease people into understanding what they're going to have to do, one step at a time, in terms of initiating and leading change. Here we are over 2 decades later, and global warming has made this concept of icebergs melting much more of a reality than it was in 1995. That's a whole nother aspect of this model. And when John Cotter is holding his penguin in the YouTube video that you're looking at, it seems like a distant vision, not something that we're dealing with on a daily basis now. But the realities of the model remain the same. They have not changed substantially. He continues to refine them. But basically, it is a roadmap, and it's one of the best roadmaps that I have seen. The others in this course, I all have a lot of faith in too, so don't think that this is my personal vote for best. All of these steps have value. We get nowhere unless we create a need for urgency and an understanding of urgency. People aren't motivated to change unless they see that there's an important reason to do so. You have got to have a guiding team. It cannot be done as a democracy or as a big group. There has to be someone in the lead, some concentration of people that are going to help guide the process. You have to develop a vision and a strategy for the change. All of this is true. It is nothing if you don't communicate it. We've had this conversation before. People have to understand what it is they're being asked to do, and they have to understand why, going back to Simon Sinek and start with why. We have got to empower other people. We cannot do this ourselves. We will see that as we look at the adaptive change model of Heifetz and Linsky. It's not all about us as the leaders. It's about us helping to create new leaders and getting other people to buy into the need for change and the way of doing it. We have to produce short-term wins. People cannot just trudge on and on and on without having their hearts encouraged, as Kuz and Posner say. And so we have to keep up a sense of morale for folks and help them as they deal with sometimes very unpleasant and difficult issues of change. In that sense, we don't ever let up. And finally, all of it is in vain unless you are successful in creating a new culture. Things will just return to the status quo. That's the sad reality, and it's also the profound truth. We have got to keep it moving, or else it just dies on the vine again. So let's take a minute and look ahead, because I also am going to keep things moving here and empower you and encourage you. And that's to say that for 2 of you in week 6, there is a proctored exam that you're going to be able to take anytime between February 10th and March 25th. For everyone, there is a paper in week 7. And this is a paper in which I'm asking you to put on your scholar hat. You're going to look at an article that I've presented to you that is an article discussing scholarship on a specific topic. I want you to evaluate the change leadership that you see in this article. I'm going to ask you to take an additional step. The additional step is going to be to go beyond the face value of this article, what you see in it, and do some research on the internet. Don't stop just with what you see in that article any more than you would stop with what one person tells you. trust but verify, which is an old Russian proverb that Ronald Reagan picked up. And it's one that we need to think about. Go a step further and check this research out, this archaeological research on the internet. If you have any questions about that, you can just touch in with me, online. It's not a trick question by any means, but I don't want to go too far in saying anything to you because I want to see what you come up with yourselves. Remember that there is going to be a full case study analysis in week 11. We are going to be using these models in that case study analysis, and so familiarity with them, the ones that you've had so far, the ones coming up, is going to be really important to you. On February 5th, Saturday, February 5th, I'm going to have a Google Meet session. I'm switching over to Google Meet, and Saturday the 5th of February, we're going to do ML5005 at 1 p.m. I will put this link into the weekly module, and I'll also put it in the announcements. I'm hoping that, I know it's not meant to take you away from your families by any stretch, but I'm just hoping that some of you who have difficulty trying to catch up with us on Wednesday nights are going to be able to maybe have an easier time of it doing it on Saturday midday. So anyway, that is it for now, and I hope you have a really good week, and we'll be talking again soon.